Hello guys! Today I'm going to be making one of my favorite food. That is Jamaican beef patties. As some of you might have known that I'm living in Asia and it's almost impossible to find a Caribbean restaurant here. So I have to improvise and make my own Jamaican beef patties at home. Now let's take a look at the ingredients that I'm going to be using for the filling. Here I've got half pounds of ground beef. I'm going to add a little scotch bonnet pepper and some thyme. This thyme was in the freezer, that's why it looks like that. Some onions, some green onions or scallions. And for the dry ingredients, I'm going to be using some ground allspice powder, some Grace all-purpose seasoning, some garlic powder, some onion powder, some adobo all-purpose seasoning, and a little ketchup. Using here I've got 3 cups of all-purpose flour. I've got a teaspoon of sugar, a teaspoon of salt, a teaspoon of baking powder, a teaspoon of curry powder, and I have a tablespoon of turmeric powder. And I'll be using some ice cold water. Okay, and I'm gonna try adding a little milk today, a 1/4 cup of cold milk. And I also will be adding some vegetable shortening. This is like 1/2 cup, and a 1/2 cup of butter, but I'll put the butter later. I have it in the freezer right now. I want to keep it as cold as possible. All right, let's get started. Dump it in. Okay, and let's get our butter. See, look at my butter. Gonna put half here, or a little less than half, and let's put it back in the fridge. Okay, we'll use the rest later. So I'm gonna try to incorporate the vegetable shortening and the butter in the dough. Alright, and we're looking for like a bread crumbs consistency. Okay. Let's add a little more butter. Try to use only your fingers to rub it together because we don't want the butter to melt. Alright, see, we've got like a bread crumbs consistency here. Okay, let's add a little more turmeric powder. Maybe 1/2 teaspoon. Alright. See, got that nice color now. And then I'm going to be adding my milk. And then I'm going to be add in my ice cold water. Let's add a little more. And a little more. As soon as it comes together in a big ball, stop kneading because we don't want to build up the gluten in the flour. That will cause the pastry to be tough and stretchy. When we're done, we can just put it in some cling wrap and leave it in the fridge for about half an hour until we're ready to make the layers. Now it's time for the most difficult part of the process. I'm going to be making the layers. So first of all, you want to add enough flour on your surface and on the dough so it won't stick to the rolling pin. What I'm trying to do here is to get it as thin as possible. And then I'm going to add the butter. And I'm going to be doing some folding. Now after 3 to 5 rolls and folds, we're going to keep this dough in the fridge and wait for the final process. Okay guys, here I have some oil heating up in my pan. I'm going to be adding my onions. Let's fry the onions first. Wow, the Jamaican pepper is really strong, spicy. And then I'm gonna add all the dry seasoning. And a pinch of salt. I also added a little browning. This one, Grace browning, for a little color. And then I'm gonna add a little ketchup. Yeah, added a little ketchup. And then I'm gonna add some water. Let's take a look. See? I've added 3 tablespoons of plain breadcrumbs just to thicken it up a little. I tried it. It's not really spicy. It's just the right flavor. And put a little flour on the pastry. Okay. Let's put this over there. And cut it into 4 pieces. Okay, let's put 1 piece over here and over there. Then I'm going to roll this out a bit. Okay, now it's time for me to put out my filling. I'm gonna put like 2 tablespoons. I think that's enough. And then I'm gonna use a little egg wash. So I've got my egg wash here. Gonna put a little around the edges, and then I'm gonna close it like that. Alright, I know it's not perfect, the shape and stuff, but it's okay. And then I'm gonna use the fork to seal it down like this. Flip it over, seal it down. And there you have it. One of the patties done. Gonna cut out the edges to make it look a little nicer. There it is. One of my patties. Put it on the baking sheet. I'm gonna bake it later. And let's do another one. Gonna roll it out. There you have it. 2 patties. I'm gonna bake these 2 first and make the rest and keep them in the freezer. Okay, there. I'm gonna put a little egg wash in them. Okay guys, the moment is here. The patties are ready. Look how beautiful they are. I can't wait to try. I'm excited. I hope there are layers. It's so hot. Alright, I'm gonna cut one of it into half and see if it works. Okay, see if there's any layers. Ooh, the meat looks yummy. Alright, let's see. Ooh, I think we've got some layers there. Can you see? Yep. A little closely. It looks delicious. Yum, yum, yum. Now it's time for me to try and see. Alright guys, there you have it, my homemade Jamaican beef patties. I hope you will try this recipe and give me a like and subscribe to my channel please. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.